everyone! So I am coming at you today in front of my closet because I'm going to be doing another decluttering video. So this is going to be my tops, and I'm going to be following Marie Kondo's guide to decluttering. So basically what I'm going to do is pull all of my tops out of my closet and just lay them on the bed in front of me here. I'm going to handle each piece, ask myself whether it sparks joy, and for those pieces where I can answer yes, I'm going to be pulling those aside and keeping them, and then everything else is going to be fair game for decluttering. Am I going to declutter everything else? Probably not. I'm probably still going to keep some pieces for practicality reasons. So even if I don't love the piece, if I'm still wearing it regularly, for example, this little loungewear tank top that I have on. So do I love this tank top that I'm wearing now? Not really, but I mean, I wear it all the time. It's very comfortable and it's just a great, easy loungewear piece. So my clothing inventory tells me that I have over 200 pieces that I can classify as tops. So it's going to be a big undertaking, but let's go ahead and get started. I'm not even 100% sure how I'm going to go about filming this, so I'm just going to play it by ear and hopefully the footage will turn out. So I've put on the bed all of the tops in my collection currently. So this includes cardigans, vests, long sleeve tops, short sleeve tops, sleeveless tops, tube tops. It also includes workout tops and loungewear tops. The only thing I haven't really included are jackets and coats and blazers. So lots of clothes here to go through, and what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to sort everything into piles for love, so the items that do spark joy, items that I am probably going to let go, and then the in-between pile is probably going to be the biggest pile, and those are items that I don't necessarily love but I may still be keeping. So I think I will do a fast forward for this because I do want to show the process. However, I don't want this video to be really long, so it's not going to be a talk through. Alright, so I finished separating everything into piles, and I took everything off the hangers so I could properly handle everything and so the hangers wouldn't get like all caught up in all of my clothing. So this first pile right here is stuff that I'm going to be letting go of, so that's from this side on. There are actually a few pieces in here that I still wear, but every time I wear the pieces, I don't really think they look that good on me. For example, this top here, which I tend to wear a lot, but every time I wear it, I think it doesn't really look that great. It looks a little bit saggy and I don't know, it's super comfortable, but I don't really like it, so I'm just gonna pass it on. Also, this sweater, I brought it on vacation with me, and generally I do like this sweater, especially the shape, but there's just something about it that every time I wear it, I don't think it looks that great on me. I think my husband actually bought me this top way back when we first started dating, but it's not super flattering on me because of the color and the cut. So I did wear this a bunch when he first got it for me, but it does wash me out, and yeah, I just don't see myself wearing this down the road, so again, I'm going to go ahead and let this go. This is a grandpa sweater that I wore a bunch of times. It's from Zara Man, and I actually took this over from my hubby. I do love this sweater, but it's looking really saggy on me, and I have a bunch of chunky sweaters that I prefer now, so I'm finally gonna go ahead and let this go. Now this shirt is something that we got in Hawaii, and I actually love this shirt. I was thinking of cutting it into a muscle tee. You can't really see it here, but when I held it up, I noticed that there's actually a big stain on it. So I think I'm going to throw this in the laundry, and if the stain doesn't come out, I'm going to let it go. If it does come out, I'm going to cut it into a muscle tee and hopefully start wearing it. So I'm going to go ahead, throw this in the laundry, bag up these clothing items, and then I will be back to go through the rest. So the rest of the clothing here, the first pile ending right here is the clothing that I'm not sure about. So it doesn't necessarily spark joy, but I still wear a lot of these pieces quite frequently and I feel good in them. As I was going through the process, I was getting really confused by the criterion of sparking joy because I typically don't think of my clothes that way. There are a few pieces though that as soon as I see them, I just have a positive reaction, I guess, and those pieces like this one here, which is like a kimono style cover-up, I know I have to keep in my collection. However, that being said, there are a lot of pieces in the love or spark joy category that don't necessarily spark joy. I just know I want to keep. So what I think I'm going to do now is go through the category of clothing that I love, that I know I want to keep, and I'm just going to fold that up and put that into piles of like long sleeve, short sleeve, sleeveless. Just sort them through as I would if I were putting them back in my wardrobe, but I'm not going to put them back yet. So now I'm gonna move all of the maybe stuff aside and just work on sorting through my keep pile. Here are the items in my wardrobe that spark joy. There isn't all that much. I have a feeling that a lot of wardrobe decluttering consultants would probably tell me just to keep these items here and to discard everything in the maybe pile, but I'm not going to do that because there are actually a lot of items in my wardrobe that spark joy that I do not wear on a regular basis because they're either not work appropriate. A lot of my maybe pile is actually work clothing, so I'm definitely going to have to go through and keep a lot of it, but now that I have a picture of the clothing in my wardrobe that I truly love, I think I'm gonna try to be a little more discerning when going through the other pile. That way I can let go of a bunch of stuff that I'm just iffy about and maybe make room in my wardrobe for more pieces that I truly love down the road. So I'm gonna keep this pile of my most loved pieces on the bed because I want to have a visual reminder of how much I'm keeping as I'm going through the last pile. I finished categorizing all of my clothing, and the ones in neat piles are the ones that I'm going to be keeping. This small pile here I'm going to be letting go of. These are the items that I don't feel work well for me anymore, and I'm going to go ahead and let all of those go. And then I have a small pile here of stuff that I want to try on. So I'm going to see how these look on me before I decide whether or not to keep versus donate. I am all done. Here is some of the clothing I'll be keeping, and then the rest is just all over here, and then I'm going to show you all of the stuff I'm letting go of. Here is the pile of clothing that I'm going to be donating. There are 57 tops in here, so I think I did pretty well for this round of decluttering. Of course, I could have done better, but there's always next time. So that is it for today's decluttering video. I am really happy with the progress thus far. My side of the closet is starting to look a lot less full, so I'm able to see what I have a lot easier and hopefully reach for those loved pieces that I don't tend to wear as often, maybe because I forget about them or they're just buried deep below lots of other clothing that I don't tend to love as much. So we'll see how it goes, and I'm going to continue to work on decluttering my home. That's it for today. Until I see you next time, please take care and bye for now.